And to follow up on that, this is what we want to do. So we want to come back to the food. I hope that you all like the food. So I will just open the nice green slide so you can think about the food. And think how this food is produced. So for example, when I'm in London, and I'm spending half of the time in London and half of the time in Croatia, Zagreb. When I'm in London, on Sunday morning, I go to my local farmer's market. So this is something like Knežica in local terms. So where the local producers come and sell their goods. So my local farmer's market is in the Marylebone Square, Marylebone Street. And basically when I come there, I don't know how this food is produced actually. I see the sign, organic food. I see the sign, organic farm. I see the sign, everything is beautiful and so on. But I have to trust those signs. That's my only thing how I can say, okay, this is the food that is organically produced and this is the food that I want to buy. Or I have to know the guy or the girl. Yes, I know you from somewhere. I have visited your farm and I believe that you are producing organically. So the idea that we are going to develop till this summer and hopefully afterwards, we wanted to make food back to the people. So when you are buying the food, that you know how it was produced. So not that you believe in quality assurance standards, which are good, I'm not saying anything about quality assurance standards, but I want to know, if I'm buying goat cheese, for example, I want to know how it was produced, when it was produced. Have it been for, I don't know, a week in a shop when I'm buying, or have these farmer markets that are rotating throughout the London, so did it came 3 days ago and it wasn't sold and it was waiting in the one for today, Sunday morning, for me to buy. So the idea is, when I have product in my hand, so not the whole series, not quality assurance for the whole company. I want to take my goat cheese and I want to scan it and see how it is produced. And we are also on the track as this Airbnb. We don't want to make something like privatization on this idea and the product, and we don't know how basically it will involve and want to support it. So how did we approach this idea? We partnered with digital innovation hubs in the region. Why digital innovation hubs? Because they are the points that spread new technology, new ideas, new know-hows. They already have contacts with the producers, and basically they're the ones that are the best suited to promote this idea. So what we did, I will skip the boring part, so don't worry. So we partnered with Green Dich in Romania. They're really a large digital innovation hub with lots of ecosystem around them. We partnered with Tera Tehnopolis, again a big dich in Osijek, Croatia. And we partnered with Hadas Bar in Israel, and they also focused in the production, especially in the kibbutz production. This is part that you should know, I mean, on the idea of producing, and as you explained before, giving profit back to the community and basically sharing the profits. Also, we partnered with Smart Village Knežica in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and competence center in Vinkovac County, which is also have a huge ecosystem of the agriculture production. So our scope is, as a company, to provide them the tools. And by the summer, it is summer this summer, so not in 2 years. So by this summer, we will provide the services for those digital innovation hubs, so they can test technology, they can showcase on their workshops to their ecosystem around, and they can use it to show how the food can be produced and how it is easy, so it's not difficult, because there will be web pages for those who doesn't have anything. Those who already have some IT systems, they can connect directly through API interfaces. So basically, how it is easy to collect data about your production and how it is easy to publish it. The basic idea behind this is to have technology roadmap, so to easily explain to all producers. And we are now focused on co-producers. Why? Because everything starts with the producers. If you don't have a producers on your site, then you don't have a product. That's the problem. So we want to show the producers how it is easy to collect data, to put in the data, and then show to the customers. Of course, producers have to get something in return. And the idea, which is not scope of this project, but I'm just now talking about it, as a future idea is for producers to get feedback from the customer. Why? Because if I can scan the product, it has a label, and I know that it was produced, for example, it is avocado, and it is produced in Israel in that kibbutz, so not to market it in this area, I also can get feedback. I can give feedback to them. So these kibbutz producers can know what was my satisfaction or some very simple rating levels. So it's not only one-way street, it's a two-way street.